Okay. This track is tough. This is going to be fun, but it gives us something to work at. Get used to the fact that we got the car with a lot more power, step up, gives us a little different track to play with from Knoxville. There's caution, so if we race smart, I think we're going to start in the back and just work our way up. So hopefully, there we go. Race session is up. So hopefully there's not a whole lot in terms of pain and suffering here. So I think we're going to start in the back, and we'll just see what we can do. This is just about getting comfortable with the car, and we'll go from there. It's definitely crazy quick. So, but Knoxville's a little easier in the sense that it's more or less flat. 1 and 2 is flat out. 3 and 4, you come off to about 3/4 throttle to keep it pinned. So it's a little easier to drive in that sense. Charlotte is a just make sure. Okay, everything has come on. Let's go for a
Keep your wits about you. The leader has just done 17.0. P3. New fastest lap for Smith, 14.4. The guy ahead has just done 18.1. P2, good lap. That's your quickest today. You're currently 0.8 off the leader's pace. That was 15.2. The guy behind has just done 17.4. P3, that puts you 1.0 off the pace. The guy behind has just done 15.4. The leader's just done 14.3. E4, that's your quickest lap. That lap was 15.2. The car ahead has just done 14.8. You're now 0.9 off the pace. The guy behind has just done 15.2. E5, that's your fastest lap. You've just done 15.2. Got a car outside, clear high. You're currently 0.8 off the pace. Fastest lap for Martinez, 14.1. E7, that's your quickest lap. The guy behind has just done 15.2. The guy ahead has just done 14.8. That puts you 1.0 seconds off the leader's pace. New fastest lap for Martinez, 14.1. P8, that was
yeah, I was on the right track there. Got to get it down low.
That's a new fastest lap for Martinez, 14.1. That's your fastest lap today. That last lap was
There we go.
0.0. You're currently 0.9 off the pace. The guy behind has just done 15.1.
This is the faster way around here. Okay. We're finding a little bit of speed here.
That lap was 14.9. That puts you 0.8 off the pace.
Okay.
Activate limiter.
I feel like we figured something out there. I'm not sure we're going to do much about it, but I feel like we figured something out. So, no sense making a bigger mess out of things until we get going. Whew. Holy cow. This track is fast, but getting off, sweeping it across that. So I think we've got something here.
The guy ahead has just done 14.7.
So, whew. Okay. we'll qualify, and then we got some heat races, so I think everybody's going to make it through. No, we're going to send a couple home. 17 cars. I'm kind of in the middle, which is where I expected to. I'm sorry, down towards the bottom. I think we could kind of start to touch the back of those guys. So let's do this. Let's do this.
That's the end of the session.
Shiver me timbers. How do we fix that? Crud. Well, we're just going to do this.
Engage the limiter. Pit exit's clear. Okay, Colin, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
We missed. Oof, dirty lap on this one, but
The leader has just done a 14.3.
I think we recorded. Did we record a lap? No, we did not. We dinged it. We did not record a lap on either one. Crap. That was undesirable. Shoot. That was no good. That was a big pile of NG. Cruddy crud crud. So the good news is we got work to do. A couple of us hit some stuff. So good news is I'm not the only one who's going to be back here. Bad news is we have work to do in the heat, which is undesirable. Very undesirable. Very, very undesirable. Okay, well, we're starting 8th. 7 make it through. We need to get past 1. Let me just make sure I have the sufficient fuel. Okay. Well, the good news is we're dead damn last. So we got nowhere to go but through the roof here. We only need to pass 1 to make it into the feature. So somebody gets stupid and we're through. So we can tighten the car up a hair. It's pretty crazy looking at that, isn't it? So we can tighten the car up a touch. And then we'll get moving. Whew. So the good news is there is progress to be made. One more car shows up and we are good to go. That is the good news, is that there is progress to be made. Okay. I think that's everybody.
8 laps.
8 laps. We tighten the car up a touch, so I gotta tell you, the dynamic track thing is awesome. It's wild just watching them put the streaks down there. Not really sure what he thinks he's doing, but Whatever. Whatever. Like I said, the name of the game on this one is there's no cautions. I need to beat one guy. We're just going to go at this and see if we can't snake our way in. Better to make it in clean than it is to not, so. Better to get in clean.
Green, green, green. Car high. Clear out.
Okay. Whoop. Yeah, well.
P5. Gap to Patterson in front is now 0.5. The leader has just done a 14.6. That's the fastest lap of the race. You've just done a 15.4. Fastest lap for car outside. Clear high. The gap to Smith behind is now 5.4. The guy behind has just done a 14.9. Okay, Colin, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. Push now. The guy behind is catching. The next car is Patterson, P4. That's your quickest lap. The gap to Patterson ahead is now 0.5. That's the new fastest lap for Martinez, 14.5. 2 laps left. The guy ahead has just done a 15.0. Ball has been disqualified.
Sorry about that on the Star 14. I didn't mean to come into you. I lost track of you above me. Okay, we made it in. Yeah, I thought you were clear in front of me, and I let it drift out a little farther. And when I realized you were there, I realized how much I had screwed up. So sorry about that.
It happens. I haven't been on in a while, so I was probably all over the place anyways.
Okay, well, good shot. Let's watch the next one.
The track temp is 41 Celsius.
Let's pick. Well, we'll pick this. Let's watch.
I got a black flag in the heat race. Exactly.
Okay.
I got one for not.
I think we're skipping the consi potentially here, but we're going to now start farther up the field than we probably wanted to, but not a bad effort. We managed to get our way up. Finished 4th due to a DQ. So 30 laps that we will contend, so little hairy, decent battle in there. I was a jerk on that one. That was completely my fault that I drifted up. I completely lost track of him. So, but we apologize, we own up to it, and admit our mistake. So let's enjoy the second heat race, 8 laps. All 7 of these guys are going through, so I believe it will skip the consi. We'll all make the feature, but we actually legit qualified, which helps us as opposed to just getting grandfathered in. Okay. Here we go for heat race number 2. Okay. We're around for lap number 1. Looks like everybody's gotten relatively single file. Couple of battles going on here. I think third and fourth seem to be duking it out a little bit. Fifth is working his way into the conversation. Yep. Looks like the fifth and sixth. Looks like the fifth place guy is sliding backwards. Everybody at the front is just in line doing their thing. Whoa, big miss on the corner there in the Kyle Larson paint job. But he collects himself, gets it back up and running. Decent battle shaping up for second and third. Again, that 4, 5, 6 pack. So pretty good, entertaining battle so far. 5 laps in. 3 to go at the line here. Looks like your top 3 are pretty settled. It looks like everybody's decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and is just going to run this one out, recognizing that everybody's in. So, okay, everybody's just in line. We got 2 to go. 2 to go. White flag is out. White flag is out. Last lap. Everybody, I think, realized pretty quickly that getting into it was just unnecessary. So, that's all she wrote. Okay. Well, we are skipping, and let's grid up. See, we are starting in 7th, which is probably farther than we wanted to. We'll tighten the car up a bit because we're down low, so I'm going to make sure that we don't drift in, we don't cause any trouble. Okay, well, here we go. The 360 sprint at the dirt track at Charlotte. Starting 7th. So then we will
Celsius. The track temp is 40 Celsius.
Then we will hop into the practice for the NORA Nationals and get on with the main event of tonight's streaming action. We'll keep up our relative window just to make sure that we have some idea if there's cars around us or that we're about to get lapped. I suspect one of those is way more, well, both of those are very possible. Both of those are very, very plausible. We will definitely have cars around us, and I suspect being lapped is going to be a thing. Not really sure what the preferred line. I've seen low arcing, so I guess high in the corners is probably the best bet, given that's where the cushion is, so we'll roll high if we're going to get lapped. Hopefully that's not an issue. We have some cautions and keep us tied to the field that we are not involved in. Okay. Here we go. Pulled the belts tight. Dirt track at Charlotte. 30 laps in the 360 sprints, winged sprints.
Go, go, go.
Okay, this is getting a little hairy.
Well, that sucks.
10th position.
I think we're okay. The car's still driving, and we don't have a meatball. So,
And didn't even make a lap. Ripped my wing off.
okay, we're dented up, but we are in okay shape.
The leader has just done a 15.8.
That's bullshit. Pretty much.
Okay, woohoo! We survived. Not by much.
P12. The gap to Webb ahead is 26.7.
Not by much, but we're alive. Back in 12th, but that's okay. Now we're at the back of the pack, so we can do what we need to do.
P11, fastest lap.
Okay. We're in okay shape here. Whew. Probably better. The heats don't really let us take the qualify at the back approach, but it's okay. It looks like maybe a little higher in that turn is not the worst thing we've ever gone and tried. Okay.
Couldn't find my way around the pit.
Yeah, this one's a little obnoxious.
Yeah, I totally blanked on it. Oh well.
Okay.
Alright, Colin, you're ready.
Well, let's go.
The gap is 0.7. That last lap was at 28.2.
I guess this isn't going to be a very exciting race, but
The leader's just done a 14.8.
we're moving up. We don't have to.
Position. That lap was at 17.7. The gap to Patterson behind is now 1.6.
Okay. Puts me up at the top, which makes me happier. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm recognizing that it's a bad idea. I just was down low on these couple of restarts. Has not been very particularly positive, so I'm hopefully going to be riding up a little higher, but thank you for the input. So, hopefully you're having a good night tonight. We'll get ready for our evening action at Knoxville later in the 360s. So I'm thinking starting back here is not the worst idea I've ever had. So see if we can run it around the middle. Oh, inside line. I think we're slowly leveraging attrition to rebound our finishes here. But let's see. Here we go. Green flag.
That was at 28.2.
That was a little absurdly scary. That's probably ballsier than I wanted to be. Jesus, this guy is driving me up a wall. Or driving me into the wall. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
The leader's just done a 14.7. The guy ahead has just done a 14.8. 7th position. Good lap. That's your quickest today. The gap to Smith in front is now 0.7.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, we were just building the rhythm. We were just building the rhythm. Oh, tell me I'm going to get hosed by the pace car here. Okay. Thank you for the Neon. Thank you for the input. That helped nicely. So hopefully we can build a rhythm for the last few laps here.
The gap behind is now 0.7.
It feels really comfortable. The car likes it up there, and I tend to like riding a little higher anyway in the sprint car, in the wing cars. So I haven't spent a ton of time at this particular track, so I was feeling it around a little bit. I was watching in practice. Some of the guys were taking a really super wide sweepy arc across the tire line there to go real super fast. But I think this one feels a lot more comfortable. The car feels a lot more in control, and I get a better sight line as to what's going on in front of me, so I don't end up getting chewed to pieces.
The gap to Smith ahead is now 0.9.
Yeah, for sure. And it seems to be happy to do that, so I'm good with that. We worked our way back up to 6th, which isn't bad. We started in 7th, so we are
Halfway home, got plenty of fuel.
we're in decent shape. So I mean, I got half my fuel. I got more than half my fuel. Jesus. The crew chief guy gets a little wonky. Yeah. The good news is the wall's there to straighten me out in case I do get real squirrely.
That's a good looking car you got there, though.
In case I get real, I'll just, you have the beauty of the tank slap and you can straighten it out. But being on the outside will be nice, since that's where I want to be anyway. So, puts me in a good spot.
Come on, get back on it.
Puts me in a good spot.
I painted it, Dennis.
Okay. Well, here we go again.
Sixth place. Carlo, they're inside.
Whoa!
P5.
Well, the good news is we're gonna complete this mostly under caution,
Smith,
which is a bit annoying.
1.1 seconds.
That puts us in a lousy spot. Oh well, back down to the bottom.
Pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 1.8. You've just
Ah.
done 17.6.
Well, this has been kind of a crazy caution-filled affair, but we've worked our way back up, so we are making some level of progress. Good news is we're reasonably competent if we're racing 2 laps at a time here. So let's but yeah, my goal is to just keep avoiding, race smart, keep avoiding the messes. So, but thank you for joining tonight. And then, as I said, if you hadn't heard, we'll be in the NORA 360 Nationals at Knoxville coming up later this evening. So 8 o'clock opens their practice, so I figured this was the last one. Yeah, I'm noticing the cars are just diving all over the place. This is all about smooth, just super smooth and controlled. So we'll have a whole night. I know there's some big names racing tonight. We are nowhere near as fast as them, but I know, I do believe Alex Bergeron is racing tonight in that one. So we'll at least get to see what speed looks like, perhaps from
Last lap was
way far away.
0.2.
But yeah, I'm hopeful that they keep doing their thing here and knocking each other down.
Smith in front is now 1.1.
So let's see. We got 9 laps or 8 laps when we take the green here. So see if we can get ourselves back up.
P6.
Slide our way back up to where we want to be. And let's just get back in a rhythm. Ride that cushion.
14.1. The car ahead has just done a 14.9. The guy behind has just done a 15.1.
Pull down a little bit here.
You're clear outside.
Okay. Pull the pass.
Fastest lap for Linda, 14.7.
Keep moving.
Gap to
Whew.
ahead is now 0.3. quickest lap for Britain, 14.7. That was 14.7.
Okay. See if we can't nab this one. Boy, these guys are darting all over the place.
14.8.
I'm not sure that was worth the 2x, but fine, nerf bar to nerf bar. We let them know we were there.
P5, one more to go.
Okay. Well, yeah, that is...
Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
Yep, for sure. So, not a bad one. Yeah, passing is definitely an adventure in these things. I find that it requires a lot more thought than other cars, as you really have to sit down and focus on setting somebody up and working your way around them, as opposed to just sort of brute forcing your way through, which you can in some other cars. You can poke your nose around and cause problems. So okay, fifth. We will hop out of here. Let's just see what happened, and then I'm going to. We should be. Yep, I will get ready into the. So give me 1 second. It'll be blank here for a sec while I get into the other practice session.